Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is complaining. Now, the definition of complaint is to express grief, pain, or discontent. Right? So there's nothing wrong with the action of complaining or to make a complaint, to express how you feel. When it's done chronically, when it's done continually with no intention and no action towards changing the situation, then you're becoming a complainer, or sometimes we call it a whiner. Right? So what we want to make sure is that when we identify that there's a situation that we're not happy with, that we're making some action to change that situation. Now, basically, we have two ways of looking at it. With those situations, there are things that you can do. There are things that you can change. The things that are within your power, it's up to you to make those changes. Don't complain about it. Do it. Right? The things that are outside of your personal realm of ability to change, then you have two options with that. The first is to address someone who does have the power to make that change. Right? Tell the right person. Right? Don't complain to someone else. Right? Complain to the person who has the power, the authority, the ability to make that change that is necessary. And if you can't do that, or if that person is unable to do it, or if there is no person that is able to do that, then we have our third option. Accept it. If the situation isn't going to change, there's nothing you can do. So why waste time and energy complaining about something that there is no hope of changing? And that's what it's all about. It's all about the ability to change. Now, as we think about how we approach this within our lives and our day-to-day lives, the first thing has to be, are you expressing a fact or are you expressing an opinion? Right? And are you looking or offering a solution, presenting an environment where solutions can be found, like in a brainstorming session, or are you simply just pointing out negatives? Right? And as I said before, if you have to address it to someone, are you addressing it to the right person? If you have problems with your car, you don't complain to your gardener, unless he happens to be a mechanic as well. Right? So you need to think about how the words that are coming out of your mouth are affecting not only yourself and your own energy, but the energy of people around you. Right? Chronic complainers do nothing more than just suck the life out of a group. No one likes to be around a complainer. So check yourself. When you have something that's bothering you, when you have to express your opinion, are you expressing it with the hopes of finding a solution? And are you willing to take the steps necessary to make that solution a reality? Or are you just talking to just spew out these negative feelings? All right, so here at the Martial Arts Center for the month of August, here's my idea. We're going to have a complaint jar. Right? So anyone who has a complaint, right, if it's a legitimate complaint, like, oh, coach, it's too hot in here, right? I can go check the thermostat, right? If they sit around and say, oh, it's so hot and it's miserable and blah, blah, blah. Okay, you can do that, but you're going to have to put $5 in this jar, right? If you can address it to someone who can change it, address someone who can change it. If you can change it yourself, change it yourself. Don't just run your mouth, okay? If you do, it's going to cost you, and we're going to do something really productive with those funds at the end of the month. Many ways, I hope I don't have anything to do with that, because I hope we don't have any complaints this month. But in the off chance we do, we'll find a worthy charity for it. So here's what I'd like you to end this with. I would like to end with a quote from the poet Maya Angelou. She says, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. All right, so no complaints from me today. Hope that you enjoyed this week's lesson, and hope to see you next week.